C.R.P.H.A, Humanitarian and Citizen Advocate, once again. There is a particular topic that I did not mention, and it's been mentioned many, many times, even on YouTube. And that is the fact that there's one person there that expects to get citizenship rights. Therefore, even though she's not a citizen legally, she wants to be associated as such. Yet, in order to become a citizen in the U.S., one, it's logical to come into the U.S. either by boat or plane or train, not by crossing the border illegally. But first off, you need to go through the legal and logical procedures. And yes, that's going to cost you a good amount of cash. But also, after going through the procedures and after getting a particular visa, be that of course a green card, which will only last for so long till you are able to renew it, because they only go for a certain length of time and a certain length of years and months and whatnot, which gives the possible new citizen a chance to go through history classes to learn about this country's history. The citizenship classes, and several others. Plus, on top of that, get the base of employment and a place of your own, or share a room with a school member, a classmate, or a family member if you have any in the U.S. currently. If you don't do any of these, then you might as well ship on back to where you came from, or walk on back to where you came from, and no illegal citizen is going to get the type of positive treatment by those who come over here illegally. That's the sad part of it, because people are getting sick and tired of it, though. We won't treat you badly, but even with the fact that the Democratic politicians may welcome you because they don't want to go by the United States Constitution any longer, obviously, especially when it comes to not crossing the border illegally, being that if you cross the border, you're crossing it illegally, of course. They want to go completely outside that aspect. They want to go fighting the aspect of the documentation of the Constitution. Bad move there for the Democrats. It's bad enough that the Democrats have had and allowed Obama to work around the Constitution, or even go against it way more than one time. And of course, again, thank Heavenly Father that Hillary Clinton wasn't elected into office, because she would have torn the Constitution piece by piece by piece by piece, even if it wasn't really starting with the Fourth Amendment. That right there shows how illogical the Democrats have become. That's just a start. Now, the Democrats are going against Trump in every way possible still. Bernie Sanders was said to be wanting to go into the Republican, but yet ended up with the Democrats. But yet he lost against Hillary Clinton in the election when it came to the Obama situation, right? Then it was just her and Obama. Obama won, of course. He then put her in his administration, thereby put her as Secretary of State. Then secretly, without even notice, until it was caught at near the end of the administration of Barack Obama, the liberal socialist idiot. She was caught by using government issued computer to when it came to various numbers of emails. That's a security breach. And you don't use a government issued computer for your personal and other personal, even financial situations. You use your own home computer. The computer that's issued by the government is also watched over by the FBI and CIA and many other outfits within the government and federal government. Yet she didn't. She thought she would be able to be above the law. As many Democrats think that they're above the law. Like, for example, Jerry Brown. And yes, I know I've mentioned him before. He thought he was above everything. He thought he would be able to circumvent things even when it came to the Constitution. Not even Gavin Newsom would be able to do it because I would call him on it, just like I called Jerry Brown on it several times. Jerry Brown went against the Constitution in more ways than one. He turned the state of California into a sanctuary city and state situation, which is basically he allowed San Francisco to be declared a sanctuary city against the Constitution of the United States of America. He put the state of California as a sanctuary state against the Constitution of the United States of America. He used his personal vendetta against Trump because his party lost grasp of the golden rod being the White House. No governor is allowed to do that. No state senator is allowed to do that. No state and city and county mayor is allowed to do that either. No representative of any state is allowed to do that. You have a personal vendetta, keep it within yourself. Do not make it as it's a political attack. You do that, you're not representing the state and the citizens properly. Therefore, you will be questioned, and I will make sure that you liberal idiots in the state of California will be taken down and out of position, and you will be in the points of either pink slipped or you will be forced to retire a lot sooner than you expected. And that goes for Nancy Pelosi, also in Washington, D.C., and Barbara Boxer, and Dianne Feinstein, and many other stupid little brain-dead liberal, socialist, democratic politicians. And yes, that can also add to Meet the Press. You attack the things that are benefiting the American people just because the Democrats aren't benefiting the American people, when really they were only benefiting themselves, meet the press. Just like you're benefiting your own pocket, meet the press. Giving out little socialist bullshit information to the American public. And thinking that people, even the ones that voted for Trump, are going to agree with you. Even the ones that didn't vote for Trump, or the ones that didn't vote at all, you think they're going to agree with you. Guess what? You're fucking delusional. This country was built for fairness, equality, and many other things that are positive and logical. Something that the liberal Democrats and the liberal voters don't realize. And the liberal Democrats have lost sight of, obviously. Now, I know even after watching this video, you'll probably hear, "Oh, we didn't lose sight of anything." Bull fucking shit. You allow your politician idiots to go against the Constitution like Obama and Jerry Brown, you've lost sight of it. You allow other shit to be taken that doesn't really benefit the American people or this country, only benefits the party, you've lost sight of it. The only one that so far hasn't lost sight of it is Trump and myself and the Trump supporters. And the only one that hasn't truly lost sight of it is Reagan. Ronald Reagan, the late great Ronald Reagan, the actor and former president of the United States, right after Jimmy Carter. And of course, Jimmy Carter lost sight of the whole thing too, on top of that. And yes, like I said, I respect Jimmy Carter in the fact that he's supported and also promoted for, he essentially advertised for Habitat for Humanity projects. I respect him for that, but when it came to the political situation, no. He let gas prices in the 1970s go so damn high to the point to where it was not even affordable, even for the time. Things are getting way too affordable, but guess what, though? There's a plus side. We now, in the state of California, have I wouldn't really call it really a saving grace, but it's a good start. That there was a bill passed that puts a cap to a certain extent, where the rents are not allowed to go so high as much as they have so far. Thereby, once it's put into law, which probably won't be until 2020, if not between July or November, even before the end of this year, it may be at some point within the beginning of next year or somewhere within the base of next year, that the rents will not be able to go any higher, and if they do go any higher, it's only at 5%. Thereby, the affordability aspect will go back in play ever so gradually. That's in the state of California. Again, I wouldn't really call it a saving grace, but we may eventually call it that, depending on how things play out. Although we may not at the same point. Who's to say? I can also say that C.R.P.H.A. health advocate will be putting a video out when it comes to health situations, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Just to let you know ahead of time. But we have updated the site for the of course the Facebook page essentially for the health advocate. And of course, when it comes to the other part of it is that, okay, like many people still think, many of the liberal followers and the liberal Democrats still think that Bernie Sanders and the vice president of Obama, which was the once respected Joe Biden. Joe Biden put his foot in the ring. Joe Biden still thinks that he can beat Trump. So does Kamala Harris. So does the other liberal politician that's already a liberal politician with the glasses and the short guy hair and the little red outfit that she wears from time to time. And also, so does many of the other ones in the East Coast that are liberal idiot Democrats as well. You women don't get it. That this country, the politicians don't get, the female politicians don't get the fact that I made, not too long ago, made a video. Is America truly ready for a female president? After making that video, even though I didn't go fully into it, there was no response. There was no comment on it. Thereby, in more than hindsight, that tells me as well as everyone else who saw that video and did not comment on it either, of trying to proclaim that, yeah, America is ready for a female president, it's about time type of crap. The basic fact is that Hillary didn't win, which shows it for one. And Kamala Harris is wasting her time. Plus, on top of that, Kamala Harris has not made any leeway, even anything that it would put the accusation that she was accused of when it came to being racial. Interesting how that slipped out. Isn't it, Kamala Harris? And to Cher, the actress, the 70s star of Sonny and Cher, you obviously heard my MGTOW video. Guess what? Feminism of yours and my time is done. The feminist movement of today is a load of shit, nonsense, illogical, unrealistic, and more. And if you want a man to be castrated, then guess what? You obviously don't give a damn about the human race, Cher. So what you have to say from here on through will not matter to the rest of the country, including California. But we will always remember for your starlets in the 1970s. Getting back onto the topics at hand here, or discussion at hand, is that now, who in their right mind would do the very thing that Obama and Joe Biden essentially sided with and helped him do as as it was done. When Joe Biden knew by going against his Constitution, he's not really serving a positive purpose for anybody, including the party. But of course, as I said on one of my videos today, that Walmart thinks they're above the law. The Democrats think they're above the law. Case in point again, Jerry Brown and Obama. And Hillary Rodham Clinton. None of those idiots are above the law. They will go straight to the points and depths of hell the more any liberal Democrat doesn't benefit the country and only wants to benefit themselves and the party. And those who BS the American people so they can try to get into the White House, as many of the Democrats have even over the years, they will also go straight to the depths of hell. And that's speaking spiritually. Believe it or not, it's the truth. Yes, I am a spiritual person. I can be. But I am also one of logic and reality. Now there is another thing though too. One thing that is still in question, and that's been for quite a number of years, the asbestos situation. It hasn't been replaced with anything a lot more, shall we say, beneficial, as asbestos was seen to be when it came to, say, heating and cooling situations to start with, among other things. But something that's not hazardous and harmful to the human body and the human health. Yet, for several years, starting from a number of years before now, a good number of years before now, the government was hiding that aspect, that it was not healthy, worth a damn at all. And so people took only moderate precautions, if any. Yet still, many even in the Marines and Navy got affected by it, but with their health. That's just a start. And many other factory workers had the same situation when it came to their health. Yet, if they were to put it through courts continuously, guess who would be the victor? Not the one that got affected, obviously, because it was all about this. Basically, I can put it another way, it was all about where is that? It was all about yep, that's exactly it. That's all it's been about. Is money. Same thing with the Democrats. It's about money with them. It's not really about the American people anymore. It's about money filling their damn pockets, getting even money under the table. You may not believe it, Democrat voters, but that's the actuality and reality of it all. And also, I know you're going to say, but that's all politicians. Not very true. It's those who are dishonest, including in the corporate offices. Including in the corporate offices are the dishonest little underhanded, evil, greedy dumbasses. And also that goes into the points of sin. And that also goes that even women who are in the political office under Democrat to start with are about themselves mostly and money. Filling their purses or wallets or little pouches. You know, fanny packs type of shit. Truth hurts, doesn't it, liberal, idiot, socialist, dumbass Democrats? I have to report that Gavin Newsom hasn't really done anything. Yet he may think that he's connected to. He may even try to claim that he's connected to the bill that passed when it comes to the rent cap to a point. But here's the thing: even if it is to a certain leverage or a certain point of a cap, it's not really. It doesn't really solve the issue now, does it? Because rents are still high, and yet it only benefits Sacramento City and County. The rent cap should benefit every part of the state of California, and I'm talking Sacramento, Citrus, the Sacramento City and County as well, right? And the LA City and County, Eureka, Napa, Silicon Valley, San Francisco, LA, the Marin County, Sausalito, Alameda, and Marin, and Contra Costa, Walnut Creek, various others. All over California. And the same thing should be done in New York City and state. But I will. I know it's long overdue. I will say good job on keeping the cigarettes from being sold in New York City. But I don't know how long exactly that lasted exactly. But I would ask that it be reassessed to where it's ongoing. Because the more it's ongoing in New York, that there's no nicotine, no tobacco, no flavored type of tobacco nicotine product being sold, especially when it comes to the vapor situations, right? The more that is put as a blockade to the nicotine company, all much the better. But then next would be the other situations when it comes to benefiting the citizens of New York, and which would hopefully span across the United States to California especially, and Hawaii, and the Hawaiian Islands, to not only keep a blockade from the nicotine and vape products, but also keep the prescriptions and over-the-counter prescriptions in lock and key. because and of course this may turn out to be, as time goes on, I'm not going to say for sure yet, but it may happen the same way with kitchen supplies, because over the course of several months to about a year and a half ago, if not within this year especially, that teenagers have been using various things to quote unquote get a buzz, get high, and therefore ruin their nasal passages and their brain cells. And yet teens are still and even young preteens are still in the mindset that they're invincible. No teen is no teen of any age, not even 20-year-olds, are invincible from anything, no matter what it is. That's why you see even teens go across in the middle of the street. They think they're invincible. They think that they'll be able to be seen. That's not always the case, especially on bikes, motorcycles, and among other things, and skateboards and scooters and whatnot else. And also, I'm going to enforce the law that has been advertised more and more and more, and yet it's been ignored even by many teenagers and 20-year-olds that have the legal privilege to drive a vehicle. You put your stupid phone down. I don't care if you have a text that you're so eager to find out what's being said on your text or email or anything else for that matter, especially when it comes to Facebook or anything else on these things. You do not pick it up while you're driving, while you're behind the wheel. If you're going to do that, you have someone else drive without picking up one of these while they're driving. You have to pay attention to the road, because if you hit anybody on a when it comes to pedestrian or another vehicle or a bike or a dog or whatever the hell else, you will be responsible for it, and your conscience will eat away at you. And I know you don't want that, so you better take heed, more than take heed to what I say, because I will make sure that you will get more than cited for it, even your first time offense. I'm about safety. C.R.P.H.A. is about safety, among others. We're about humanity and fairness and many other positive things, but most of all, also safety and health and health. But when it comes to that aspect, when it comes to these things here and driving, we're about safety. This is, and looking at your phone, wondering what the hell's being said on your phone while you're going like this. You know, looking at that and looking at the road, looking at that. You can't be doing two things at the same. You're not to multitask. You can multitask at work when it comes to, say, helping a customer, answering questions while you're like bagging or ringing up items and whatnot, right? And or doing any particular type of office work. But when you're behind the wheel, that's a whole different matter. But when you're behind the fucking wheel of any vehicle, it doesn't matter what type of vehicle. It could be an SUV, 2 to 4-door vehicle, of a car, truck, van, whatever the hell else, station wagon, Jeep, and many others. You need to keep your eye on the road. Do not think that you can go like this and still be able to drive. These are not meant to be looked at while you're driving. These can be also taken away by law till you get the fucking difference and the fucking hint. And I encourage every CHP, every state and county officer to take these away from teenagers and 20-year-olds that do pay attention to these as they drive. That keep on looking at these and driving, looking at these and driving. You do that, I can easily enforce and ask that every car company that has that makes any type of vehicle, it doesn't matter, that they put a fucking sensor on the damn thing, on any part of the vehicle, that would easily determine if you're looking at the damn phone while driving, that it would shut off the engine. And you would have to put it down. Then you can start the thing up again, start driving. But if it goes up again and you try to maneuver it around the sensor, it won't happen. It'll shut off even as you're going. I can enforce that as well. I believe in safety, and I don't want nothing to happen to you or anybody else, even that walks in front of or behind or alongside your vehicle. So think about that seriously. That message will span through the whole entire United States, and I hope it goes across country as well, overseas as well, because it's the same situation, same matter. Now, let's see, Gavin Newsom hasn't really done anything, as I said earlier. He may put himself in correlation with the particular bill, but that's not enough. That's not enough. We're still dealing with, we have, in the state of California alone, we still have way less low-income apartments. Not enough to fill the whole more than per capita of the state. More than per capita of the state, of the general population that can only afford so much, especially the ones that are on supplemental and low-income aspects, and also fixed income aspects and retirement aspects. And it's sad and stupid that the retirement homes such as Sierra Sunrise and also Eschaton and many others are charging way too fucking much for seniors to live in those places and being taken care of in those places, and basically think, oh, that should be okay. It's not. There is a line to be crossed, and you don't want to cross it. And also, there's been a number of cases to where seniors end up having bed sores to the points to where they end up to the points of also being shown that they're being also mistreated, not well taken care of, not treated respectfully, even beyond respectfully, in a positive, logical level. That needs to change to where they are respected, and I don't care how bad of a day the staff member of any senior home staff member has had. You don't bring your fucking home shit to work. I would easily say that to every person that works in retail and fast food and many other places. You have a bad day and you don't want to deal with people, then stay at home. Lose that day of pay, which basically can easily affect your base of paying rent and bills and food and your gas if you have a vehicle, and your insurance. Be that also if you even if you have to pay renter's insurance, as well as if you have to pay mortgage, among other things. Take that into consideration. I say this with all seriousness and care because I do know that there's been a lot of neglect, more than neglect when it comes to many things, and also when it comes to things thinking that they can do more things than they really can, where they end up having various things happen to them, as well as the people that they hit happen to them, which basically goes to the points of hospitalization, among other things, as where your license is taken away when it comes to driving, and where your license can be taken away when it comes to the home care situation, among other things that connect even with that. C.R.P.H.A, we do stand with you, but we will only stand with those who are logical, who really have a good heart, who actually do the positive and not for this. Because, like, for example, whenever I was working in retail, I enjoyed helping people out while working retail. Why do you think I'm doing this? I enjoy helping people out any way I can, within reason. But at the same time, I made sure things were done appropriately and positively, and to where it wasn't harming anybody. And it's been shown opposite of my positive actions that other people have been doing. Just because I have had bad days. I'm not going to say I haven't, but I don't bring it. I never brought it to work with me. I never did anything in the sense to where it would show any professionalism either. And when I rode my mountain bikes, right, even though I had a soda in my hand or a bag of whatever, like, fast food, whatever, right, and maybe a drink in the other, I made sure I was watching the road. And I had one earpiece right here, but I listened for the traffic regardless on this side or on either side that the traffic was coming from, right? But at the same time, I made sure that I got from point A to point B, point C, and whatever the hell else safely, without harming anybody or injuring anybody, not even injuring myself. You teens need to take the same initiative. You 20-year-olds need to take the same initiative. When it comes to the pharmaceutical aspects of things, I encourage every pharmacy retailer across the country to lock and key every over-the-counter prescription that there is, or we're going to have a deeper epidemic, especially when it comes to the Pfizer, Ask, and GSK, whatever the hell it is, of those advertised uh, prescriptions that turn out to be a load of shit and have way too many side effects that can more than demoralize a human being from within and completely destroy the human being, the human cells from within. Yet they don't tell you that, do they? Yet a number of the advertised prescriptions have been said that they're for one thing, yet they turn out to be for a complete separate. And a number of them have been taken down, but yet they've been reestablished as something else. I know that for a fact. They say they will try to say, oh yeah, those are no longer there. But guess what? They won't tell you is that they've been reestablished as something else under a different name, even at that. It makes no sense that the pharmaceutical companies that make these damn medications has to have so many fucking side effects that they can't even make it to the points to where there's only at least 2 minor side effects that hardly ever happens, and that the medication is actually for what they advertise it for. Because each time over the years, there's been a number of medications, advertised medications that turn out to be something for what they advertise, but yet it turns out to be for something complete opposite from what they say it's for. But here's the thing: the American public are afraid of suing them because they know they don't think they'll win, because the aspect is that pharmaceutical companies have loads of money and lawyers to back them up, so they can keep on doing the negative crap. Those pharmaceutical companies and representatives and many others will go straight to hell for that, by the way. The pharmaceutical companies, including the ones that make the damn medications and prescriptions, should know not to do things that only benefit them and the company, that fill their damn pockets as well as and that also benefits the company, even in the financial aspect. It's about the American people, not about your damn wallets. Same thing with the Democrats. It's about the American people, not about you or your damn wallets. So the Democrats and the pharmaceutical companies that make the damn shit, better fucking take heed, more than heed what I say, and because I am not joking. You want to mess with me, man? You will not be able to, because I will easily get your asses out of where you're at legally, and I know the proper procedures to do so. Yes, I know you don't know me, but all the better. Because I care about every American citizen, legal American citizen, and our youth. And even the ones that are not legal citizens quite yet, I care about. And also their youth, I care about. Because we are all Heavenly Father's children. Those who know that they are also Heavenly Father's children, but only do things to benefit them, especially when it comes to this, the money aspect, right? You, if you're only in it for this, and you want to benefit your wallet and the company, and you claim that you're doing it for the American people when really you're not, and you know you're not logically, then you will go straight to hell, and not figuratively either. And that goes for the Democrats as well. And the FDA needs to pay attention to it. I mean, extremely close attention to it, including when it comes to the asbestos situation, and force the companies many companies to come up with better, healthier things that would put the invention of the asbestos out of existence. Or if the FDA is about themselves and money, then they will also go straight to hell spiritually. That goes with every corporate idiot in any industry, including retail, including the one that is supposedly be the CEO or president of Sears Kmart. If he doesn't do things beneficial for the employees as well as the general public, which basically he's supposed to help serve the general public by making sure those damn stores operate and expand to where it gives more jobs to the American people as well. You will go straight to hell, because it's not about you and your damn wallet either, you idiot. And also, that also goes with every online fucking thing, especially the Amazon jackass. You want to benefit you need to benefit the general public. First off, you want to benefit you need to benefit the general public. Numero uno. Because if you don't truly benefit the American people when it comes to including employment, as well as service and sales and in every positive logical way, then you're not really benefiting you in a positive light. And also to the corporate office of Albertsons. I've mentioned you before, and I will mention you again. You need to separate yourself from Safeway because Amazon is going to go heavy on you. When it comes to the online food market situation, they're going to go equally as heavy on Walmart. They will not go as heavy on Safeway for some time. And I will make sure of that. But they also will not go heavy on Kroger. They will not go heavy on anyone that I will easily mention if I have to, even in future videos. And I'm also going to ask that Amazon doesn't go heavy on the toy maker and toy stores like Toys R Us. They'll let Toys R Us come back, and also to not go heavy on the other companies outside of the ones I mentioned to go heavy on. And also Lowe's needs to rethink their business strategy. You may try to generally think you can bring back Osh the way it was after closing 99 of the stores, which I still think is an illogical move. It's not going to help you in any venue, in any way, strategy, whatever the hell else. Trust me. There are so many things I want to say, though, too. And one thing is also the school system for C.R.P.H.A. education advocate, which is also part of my thing. That Gavin Newsom needs to do the one thing. Get rid of the sanctuary city statute and the sanctuary state particular thing. Get rid of the high tax plan right away as well. And also push it to the points to where the low income apartments are more than 100% earthquake safe and built professionally and properly and structured as well the same way, and that they're built non-stop till such time that it would help every part of the population, including with the high tax plan aspect. And once you take down the high tax plan, Gavin Newsom, you will be able to see more jobs, employ every person in the state of California, something that Jerry Brown didn't really take heed of. He didn't really give a damn about it at the same time, though. That's another one. If you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, and for those who are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll get updates of my future videos, including this one. And if you have any questions and if you want to talk to me about anything or want me to discuss anything else, be that C.R.P.H.A. or business advocate or anything else for that matter when it comes to education or even for citizens and whatnot, right? And even for the disabled, because I also have a disability advocate Facebook page as well. As well as a health advocate thing. You can also mention that as well. And we can talk about more of what got you into that aspect, and then I would like to hear your side of it, and then I can work on something from that point on. This is C.R.P.H.A. Humanitarian and Citizen Advocate. Wishing you all to have a blessed day, week, and year, and month, and please stay safe. Most important. And also know that we do stand with you, but we will always stand behind and support Trump because he is doing what he knows to be right for the American people and our youth. Even if the Democrats don't like it. Tough shit, Democrats. Have a good day. To all the veterans that are serving and have served our country, I salute you and thank you for your service.